Oh yeah. This is the best part of the song. It's the Terminator breakdown. It's gonna hit you hard, boy. It's for the boys and girls. And everything in between. You know who I mean.
Oh, subtle what you did there. I thought it was going to drop. You just faded it back out. Keep the crowd pumping, sort of, you know?
Yeah, keep them thirsty for more.
Yeah, Doe kept him plenty thirsty from his residency in Ibiza, I believe.
Well, my DJ sets were off the hook.
Yeah. Off the hook and against the law, from what I hear.
What's been happening this week?
Not much. How's your throat cancer going?
Not too bad.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Sorry, you told me that after the show. I don't know if it was in confidence or not, but I thought I'd follow up, but that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's non-existent, so that's very fortunate.
Well, it's like it was never there at all, I suppose, then.
Yeah. I don't think it was.
No. So what's been happening?
Fuck. What have I been up to? I don't know, man. Just, checking out videos about stealth camping and...
What's stealth camping?
It's where you, make little hoochies out of all the stuff in the environment so that they sort of, fade in so that you can sort of do camping and nature strips at people's houses and stuff. Maybe not quite that extreme. Maybe I'd have to go up to a national park or something, but...
That's what I assumed originally, was for, fully going bush or whatever, but your idea's way better about... I can see an ad for it on TV, are you tired of having to go all the way out to the bush to go camping? And then, little parks and stuff, just putting up little lean-tos.
Well, have you seen some of this light bending technology? They've been sort of... it's always hard to tell what's exactly real. At first I was a bit skeptical of HoloLens and shit, but it seems like that's pretty legit now.
Yeah, you're talking about stealth cloaks that divert the light beams and stuff.
I've seen a few videos now where it's not perfect, obviously, but it's oh shit, you're seeing the baby steps of cloaking devices and shit. So.
How do you even know I'm actually here at the moment?
So instead of a camo tarpaulin, I'm going to have a fucking light cloaking tarpaulin, and then I can seriously just sleep on a median strip on a highway and so on. And cops will be driving past and you're just having this nice nap on the warm road.
But you could also use it to fucking commit rapes like Kevin Bacon in Hollow Man or whatever.
Some fucked up super Houdini.
Yeah, no, that would... that's the premise of that movie. I think it always fucked me up a bit.
It gives me an image of this guy that's a matador and a rapist at the same time. Sort of doing these cloak moves.
Yeah. I think that's called a Spaniard. But no, we're all having fun and games here on the Conez and Doe show.
Yeah. I kind of thought about not moving there, but it'd be cool to check out Spain sometime, I reckon.
Check out Spain?
Yeah.
Españana?
Yeah, the people seem pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I hear, actually. They've got a nice relaxed pace of life, there's a nice climate, rich history traditions. I know that over 1 million Brits now live there. They've made sunny Spain their home after miserable Britain.
Well, most cultures seem to chill out after they do a bit of psychopathic shit, so they got theirs done a couple of 100 years ago, didn't they? Doing all this baby smashing and shit, so they've chilled out for now. So
where were the English smashing babies?
No, the Columbus and all that kind of shit, right?
Oh yeah,
He's from Spain.
Oh, from Spain, yeah. No, they went a bit crazy in the 30s. All that Franco and stuff, and the fascist won there. That's what's interesting with that.
So Germany's probably going to be on a comeback pretty soon.
I don't know that. Germany might have come on her back, but I don't think she's going to make a comeback. If you know what I mean.
With bits of sand in it.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, that was a bit low.
Yeah,
but you go where you got to go.
Yeah,
you got to laugh.
When you got to go, you go.
I don't know if it really got a laugh in reality, but in our little fucking boxed-in room here.
Yeah, here in fucking Australia. Look, Europe's
me cones and this fucking moth flying around.
Yeah. Well, you think it's cones. It's a light bending technology though as well too. Could be Angela Merkel right here in front of you. But yeah, that sums up what's going on, I guess, in the world. Apart from, of course, Donald.
Oh, come on, what do you reckon about that shit, though? That's pretty epic technology. I guess it's not good enough now for us to really think what we would do with that shit, and I guess we did just go to the extreme again. It would just be this Kevin Bacon sort of shit. So.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Humans ruin... They sort of... You were just saying before the show about how brilliant humans are and how they get machines to work, and I agree, but humans just always take it too far. They don't know when to quit. And that's sort of, in a way, it's part of the beauty of humanity, is that we are flawed like that, and we'll always sort of... I don't know.
Yeah, I thought maybe because... You know how, like, we talk about it a bit, about the future and all this weird shit that could potentially happen, but how there's going to be no privacy, that's come up a few times.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's really going to be... the majority are going to have no privacy, and then if you want privacy, it's going to have to be all or nothing. So there's going to be people going around in cyber cloaks and...
Yeah.
Living underground like Demolition Man, like Dennis Leary and all that shit.
Yeah, totally.
Going to Taco Bell to steal shit.
Well, privacy, I guess, is going to become a rare commodity. Unlike now, you know, people pay for fine clothes or whatever. A, like, mark of distinction in the future will probably be your ability to afford privacy. So, I reckon it's...
Sort of like that rich guy on the Gold Coast throwing those parties where he pretends to kill security guards.
I haven't heard of that. What's that?
No? There's some rich... entrepreneur guy that lives out here that always throws these eccentric parties, and he staged like
killing a security guard.
It was a security guard or a paparazzi or someone getting... No, I think it was paparazzi. It was even more trying to be like, yeah, fuck the paparazzi.
Yeah.
And staged them getting shot and had all these illegal fireworks going off in his residence and stuff. But it's a private residence. So.
Yeah, I guess when you get more money, you get more crazy problems and shit.
It sounded like our version of like a Bilzerian type motherfucker.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
I think he had the same kind of beard as well.
The same kind of get up in general, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but people want publicity as well as privacy. That's what these celebrities want. You know, they want to be up on a billboard, but they don't want their minge on TMZ, you know? Yeah,
it's full of shit, the publicity they want, because they want publicity for, like, an idea or for a character. Unless you're like a, you know, there's probably a few people that transcend that kind of shit, but, you know, most people...
Who do you reckon?
Clint Eastwood doesn't seem to really give a fuck, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Whereas even, I like Leonardo DiCaprio, I like him as an actor, but when he wins a Best Actor award and goes up and starts talking to climate change, I'm like, what the fuck ever?
Maybe he's secretly a scientist. Well, speaking of celebrities secretly being things...
yeah. Caitlyn Jenner?
No, I heard that... I heard somewhere, I'm not sure where, I might have read it on some truth site somewhere.
Yeah, the good shit.
That Jared Leto is actually a modern acting project that Courtney Cox has been playing over the years. Seriously, watch Masters of the Universe and tell me that I'm lying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is like the one about...
You can tell that they're the same person in that movie.
Who is this the one? This is like the theory that... This is almost as good as one that Nick Nolte and Gary Busey are the same person. But you fucked with me, because I had a fuck, marry, kill coming up, and Jared Leto was one of them. So I can't do that now, because I needed two chicks and a guy. I didn't know it was actually...
still tuck him in there.
I didn't know it was Courtney Cox.
I'd probably marry him. So.
Yeah, okay. All
right. From yesterday!
Okay, I need someone a bit dirtier than that. Alright, okay. Fuck, marry, kill. I'll do it now while we're up there, okay? Your choices are Channing Tatum, Kelly Osbourne, and Michelle Obama.
Whew. It's pretty tough.
Tatum, Osbourne, Obama.
Fuck, in my younger day...
In your younger day, which one?
I'm not sure which way I would have gone. Channing. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think you're a bit old to handle him these days.
Yeah. But these days, I'm trying to pick between Michelle and Kelly on who to marry.
That's the name of the game.
I think I'll probably marry Kelly, even though you'd have to put up with that voice. It'd make for entertainment. Like, she's from an entertainment family. Probably on some fucking drugs and shit and telling you about how cool she is at fashion and stuff.
Yeah. What, you like that?
And I like a bit of chub, you know? Like, not all the time, but...
Sure.
I don't know. Ask me after I come, man. It's not a good time.
That's why I did just ask you. Fuck. You were wiping up when I got around here.
But yeah, I married Kelly.
Yeah. Fuck Michelle Obama, huh?
Yeah, fuck the First Lady.
Yeah, fuck the First Lady. Fuck, it's a shame you can't wait.
And I'd try and kill Channing if I could. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he'd beat the shit out of you, but...
It's just cook down a pack of ciggies into some tar and then just wipe it on his skin. And don't use that anyone. It totally is bullshit.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame because...
More poison tips from Doe. How to kill someone with a packet of cigarettes.
Fuck. I'll keep that in mind. Speaking of which, it's a shame with the fucking the First Lady you happen to mention, is that a year from now that would be Melania Trump, who would be quite a good First Lady.
I don't know. I think he should marry his daughter and then I'd do it. I saw her face for the first time after I'd heard all those quotes about him sort of talking up his own daughter.
Yeah.
She's pretty butt ugly, dude.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know, maybe like for a body thing, but like her face is like pretty munted up.
Well, maybe Donald sees something in her that we don't.
I think you're right. Ivana's the go there.
Which one's Ivana? No, Melania's this new one.
Is
isn't
a new
it?
one? Is it? Oh, is she actually attractive?
Yeah, I think she's like from Slovakia and all.
Sorry, I haven't been following his love life closely enough.
She would be the first lady in 150 years who wasn't born in America. So she is an immigrant. Despite all this time, the first time in 150 years they got a first lady from outside the country. Like, I'm the American president. This is my Slovakian wife.
That's true, but trophy wives have done better before.
Yeah, that's true. Hillary did pretty good with Bill. But yeah, I guess we'll see what plan.
The trope is now the trophy.
More like a trough. But that's enough of those pigs. As for what I've been doing, what else did I do? Oh yeah. Would you have anything there?
Sorry, I'm just checking everything's going sweet.
It's all going sweet. I had a sort of fun fact. Do you want a fun fact, though?
What's your fun fact for the week?
My fun fact for the week is that selfie sticks or selfie accidents kill more people than sharks each year now.
That's a true statement.
More people die from selfie accidents.
Like impaling themselves or like taking
falling off
themselves
cliffs.
Falling
off cliffs is the classic one, apparently. But it makes sense, right?
It's pretty cool.
So as well as humans being super smart, like you were saying, we're also sort of dumb. Like animals are sort of...
What, do you take heaps of selfies then?
Well, in precarious places. Yeah. My Instagram is cliffs, fucking ledges, unguarded elevator shafts. That's just the sort of place I hang out.
What would I need a camera for, mate? I got a photographic memory.
Fuck, that was Tony Blair there. Who was that? That a British accent, was it?
It was a go at something, yeah.
Who is the DJ who started this episode, by the way?
He sounded European, but German, was he? Yeah.
German and
I
Dutch.
told you they were coming back.
Who?
The Germans. It's the Germans.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let's throw back to your high school shit.
Well, there's not much that celebrates a trance festival from the Nuremberg Rally when it comes down to it.
And where was Conchita Wurst from?
Austria.
Oh, next door.
Yeah, but so was Hitler. Hitler was from Austria. Fuck.
That's something that they have in common.
Well, it's funny. Did you read this story about Hitler during the week?
Conchita Wurst was more into the facial hair, though.
I don't know. Hitler had better facial. He had better facial hair. Conchita Wurst probably had better facials, but you know the old rhyme about Hitler? He only had one ball, and it's like an old myth, right? Okay, this is from the Telegraph in
And
Britain.
someone had no balls at all.
Well, go balls.
Yeah.
No balls, go balls. But, okay, take this how you will, because it's from the Telegraph, a British paper, and because Britain sucks so much, they love just sort of having a go at the Germans and hearkening back there, because it's all they've got left. So keep that in mind, that this might be true. It's long been suspected that Hitler's conquest of Europe was an attempt to compensate for a lack of potency elsewhere. But as a notorious playground rhyme about his testicles, it appears to be only half the story, as a new book claims the leader of the Third Reich had a micropenis.
Yeah, I fucking read this article as well, Jesus.
He suffered from a condition called hypospadias, which left him abnormally small in abnormally small manhood, according to historians. The condition is so severe that sufferers have to urinate from a hole at the base of the shaft instead of the tip. But other people say it's bullshit, and he enjoyed a nice sex life, so...
Winners write history books.
Yeah.
Well, what do you reckon Africa's going to say about the USA in 100 years? Or China?
I don't know.
Like they were these silly white monkeys, and like they tried to claim they made up computers. Obviously, China did.
Fuck, that's true. But I don't know.
It's just when you're winning, you only sing when you're winning.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a bit of an English night.
And when you're losing, you keep your head down and just take the blows, I suppose. So, I mean, so what? That means it's our comeuppance?
Yeah, it's about our time to shine. But we haven't really got the numbers. We're sort of fighting a secret battle against Indonesia.
Yeah, the old secret. The old secret war.
We just, it's going to be fucking weird when it gets to the point that... Because it's kind of weird. Like, everyone celebrates, who is that motherfucker? My parents were talking about it, so I'm kind of pulling shit out of my ass here. But I believe it. The Australian Prime Ministers, go back a few for me. There was some celebrated fucker.
Whitlam?
I think so, yeah. That
the one who changed everything.
And conceded to them and let them have West Irian and shit.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Oh,
it was pretty sneaky.
What a fucking...
Yeah, I know. He was mad behind it. He was like, go on, Indonesia.
What a legend, man.
And then those fucking East Timorese had to be rescued by little Johnny Howard.
Yeah.
Which is, that's the way it goes. But,
who may or may not have known about some US stuff and going to wars that we don't know about. But it didn't really seem like it. It seemed like he was in the dark and then dealt with the situation.
Yeah.
Same way every succeeding politician in Australia, succeeding Prime Minister in Australia seems to.
Well, I think the Indonesians...
They go, I'd go to America and find out the real shit. And then they're like, oh, this heaps fucked up.
They go to America and get taken to Area 51 and shit. Like, like Malcolm Turnbull, like,
They come back as clones.
Oh, fuck.
Abbott doing these little lizard licks and shit. Like,
well, I've seen the videos online.
He's supposed to be a Catholic minister and all this shit, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Well, I think Catholic priests can be a bit lizard-like anyway, unfortunately. But George Pell, he looked... That video link, so-called video link we saw from Rome, I mean, that's probably from the bunker, while a real Pell is, like, struggling from the side. Like, I tried to help those children.
They've had better fucking CGI in Star Wars Episode 1, man.
No, I know. Fucking Watto or whatever was more convincing than fucking George Pell.
Oh, and fuck all that shit, Jesus.
Okay, this is...
And so Jesus in that situation, but fucking hell. I can't believe they would, like that stuff has been clearly in the media for so many years running, with him answering these direct questions.
Yeah.
And then, like, getting asked, like, about the shit again, and then saying, oh, I didn't actually know there was any ministers.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, what the
The most fucked up dialogue I saw, right, was the prosecutor or whatever, the council, put it to him that one of the priests he didn't report had been doing fucked up shit, like da-da-da-da-da, and including a stabbing a bird in front of children, right? One of the priests. And it cuts to, like, she's like, what do you say about what you knew there? And George Pell's like, oh, I believe the bird may have been dead. And the council's like, does that really matter, Pell? And he's like, I suppose not. Like, dude, that's not the best defense. Like, straight up, I believe the bird was dead. Like, oh, okay.
It's just like Cosby, it's a different time. You know?
Yeah, it's fucking... Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, I know it's a bit naughty, but I sort of want to start slapping girls on the ass again and just telling them that it's a 70s handshake. I think it's going to work if I smile enough and bat my eyelids a bit.
I don't know. Maybe refine that bit a bit, but it's sort of... It's sex positive. I think if there's one thing that's Trump that's shown us, it's that you can get away with absolutely anything so long as you don't apologise for it at all. Right? Is that the lesson we're all meant to be taking at the moment?
Yeah, I learned that lesson at my last job.
Okay. Well, it's kind of fucked up because, like, you think that's a bit fucked up to be true, but then you see Trump, like, saying people, like, calling Ted Cruz a pussy and shit kind of thing, and, you know, saying all these other things. Everyone's like, oh, this will surely sink his support. But
like, being an irrational maniac
yeah.
is appealing to such a majority of people in that system that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think it also kind of indicates how many people in America just do not give a fuck about the political system and aren't even engaging in it.
Yeah. It's Donald Trump!
Like, as shit as, like, what is it, mandatory voting is here, it still does make a whole bunch of fucking morons do these weird votes and shit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always go exactly to plan on the undercard and all this shit.
Yeah, in America you can swing it so bad from little sectors of the population, but I don't know, President Trump, I guess, we'll see as the show progresses.
We're such a little smaller version of America.
Yeah.
All these like little handshakes and shit that amount to like tens of thousands of dollars instead of millions and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, what was it that Paul Keating used to call the business establishment here? He called them, like, dismissively. He'd be like, they're the bunyip aristocracy. It's pretty dirty.
The bunyip aristocracy.
The bunyip aristocracy, yeah.
Our overseas listeners might have to look up that term. It's BUNYIP, but anyone from Conan or my demographic learn all that shit in primary school. So.
Yeah, I believe it's to do with indigenous beliefs surrounding the dream time and the creation story and the bunyip. I confess my ignorance to any more than that.
Fuck yeah. There's some dream time.
We're putting them to sleep over here.
I've been living the dream time for a few weeks.
So you're bunyiping her?
Looking at trees and they're turning into snakes and shit.
What factor do you think is doing that? Is it sort of like being in an isolation tank, sort of, or is it hallucinogens, or have you just gone plain?
Yeah, you can find it through all those ways.
Yeah, you've gone plain.
It's that straight dimethyltryptamine, brother.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's that wide awake. It's that dreaming, brother.
Yeah, the dream time.
You can find it sleeping, or you can, hit up your dealer. Not that they'll have it, because they're more into like shit that's actually going to get you like addicted to stuff, and that you're going to want to do on a regular basis. Whereas DMT is like, I might do this now, and then you do it, and you're like, and then you find yourself 6 months down the track, like, that could be cool again.
You know those dealers? They want you opening your wallet, not opening your mind. As Malcolm X might say.
Oh, that's brilliant. He should have said that.
I'm sure he had the thought, but
I think Duncan Trussell was going on about how drug dealers are the real gateway drug and something else, isn't it? It's like you wanted to get weed and you go to your dealer and then you like try and get the weed and he's like, oh, but do you want some coke and do you want some acid and shit? And you're like, ah.
Well, isn't curiosity the fundamental gateway drug, really? Right?
100%.
Kills the cat.
And for me, alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol. We were watching.
Oh, I'm getting so drunk. Oh, but if I fucking get some stimulants, like even to the lowest point, like having Red Bulls with vodka and shit.
Yeah.
And then just having heart attacks and being jittery in the morning and shit.
In Tokyo, we went out and had vodka Red Bulls at that little punk bar I told you about, and on the way home, I was like, "Yeah, these like vodka Red Bulls."
Yeah, every time you have them, they're the best shit fucking ever.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you kind of sleep for the whole day.
Yeah, you kind of sleep and have a headache, but alcohol is pretty gross. I don't mind a beer now and then. I drank a bit in Japan because
it's got its place. It's definitely like this awesome social thing. It helps you refine yourself down to this totally selfish level. But if you go too far down it, it becomes like a joke, and you're just booting and like
yeah. See, there's always that spot. There's always that spot where you're like, I'm having fun, and then all of a sudden it's shitty, and you feel nauseous.
Yeah, you've had like one beer, you're like on your second one, and then you start playing pool, and you just can't miss a shot and shit like that.
Fuck. Yeah.
You got to find that level, and then have like a drip that just drips beer into your vein or whatever to like keep you at that perfect flow state. It's like it does almost get you to a flow state level, and you just pass it, and you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, I had 2 Coopers at the pub yesterday and won $15 on a pokey, so I was lucky 88. I like that when you... Okay, I don't play the pokies much, but when you get one and you get a feature, do you sit and watch it, or do you tap through it to keep playing?
I watch it.
Yeah, same. I don't get that, because, okay, I don't like the pokies that much, but, like, I put in $5 as a joke and got 20 back, right? And got, like, like seeing all the golden things come up.
Yeah, so there's proper visual stimulation.
Yeah, and seeing your money go up. Why would you skip that? That's fucking the best part for me.
And totally, and the reason... Not the reason, but... You were old enough that when you first went to the pokies a bit, when you get like under $100 win,
it just
shit
pays
like
out.
That, you just like piss coins out in the tray. Yeah. So when they sort of stopped doing that as much and started doing it digitally, they'd like make heaps more of them look like they're pissing like coins all over the screen and shit. Like like you would have missed out on that.
Yeah. Like watching like Mr. Coffee I was playing with as well, and
that'd be like doing a super combo in Street Fighter and then pressing escape to like skip the bit where you kick the shit out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is the point?
Or tapping out of the fatality at the end of Mortal Kombat. Like, fuck that.
It's like fatality, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
But they're pretty appealing, so I can, I can withstand the lure of the pokies pretty good, because when I'm not winning those features, it's such a chore for me to press the button.
The reason I can resist them is way dirtier. It's because, like, it was all relative, and I'm so lucky that I was just such a poor piece of shit when I was, like, really into pokies.
Okay.
That, like, I would only have a few $100 in my account each time and shit like that, like, because I was working the pizza job.
Yep.
But it got to the point where I was like, oh, and you'd have, like, little wins and stuff, and then you'd think you could get your shit back. Like, I went through all the stages of being, like, a Devo gambling addict, and somehow managed to detach it from, like, hawking shit and, like, doing anything to this disgusting level. But with my bank account, like, I a couple of times zeroed it out, and then was, like, doing, like, the shit, like, going for a smoke or something, and then not having money for crock, and then, like, smoking ciggies up on North Head or something, and being, like, you know, faux suicidal and all that shit. Like, not to that extent, though, but, you know, just like, oh my god, like, my money, what a fucking idiot, like, what am I doing and shit. And it was so lucky that it was only dealing in these, like, totally small terms. But it was still giving me that feeling of, like, oh, I'm such a fuck up.
That
I'm
feeling
just, like, the biggest fuck up in the world, and, like, you're not even worth anything.
I owe $450,000. I'm gonna gas myself in the garage.
Like, I never want to feel like that for real. Like, there's no way that I could do it.
You know what I get cut up about? When I've just bought a pack of cigarettes and I lose it after smoking one or two. I feel like so mopey and
That's
shit.
That's good luck.
I know. I just feel like most like, this is like $25.
Oh, dude, fuck. Yeah, it's more than that now.
Yeah, I've lost. Yeah, I can't laugh at the gambling because I've lost some. In Japan, they're only about, like, heaps of shit cost 420 yen in Japan, which is pretty cool. And so heaps of cigarettes for 420, which was like, it was like $4.60 or something for a pack of American Spirits.
Gold.
It was pretty dope. And then our fucking fascist nanny state, tranny state, only lets us bring in 2 packets of cigarettes.
New South Wales, the tranny state.
Since day one, motherfucker. Well, it's like the Queen and the King combined.
It is Mardi Gras this weekend. It's kind of fitting.
It is. So I'd like to say hi to all our LGBTI BLT audience.
And to all the dudes with tits.
Dudes with tits.
Because, unfortunately, we were tricked in the 90s with all this chicks with dick shit. And chicks with dicks don't actually exist. There's only dudes with tits. I guess unless we go into hermaphrodite kind of areas and shit. But stop hoaxing people. But if you're a dude with tits, good on you. Good luck to you.
Yep. All the best. All the best at Mardi Gras night as well. Do you know what Mardi Gras, it actually means Fat Tuesday, I believe?
Fat Tuesday?
In whatever, Latin or something. It's some old Christian fucking...
Sounds like the lesbians made up Mardi Gras then.
I've seen a few lesbians around recently.
Because none of the gay guys can really stand for that, unless you're in the bear kind of camp.
You don't reckon...
Even the bears need a bit of hair over the top so you don't see all the cellulite and shit.
Yeah, but dudes
have... Where's the straight gay fatties? I haven't seen that shit. Straight gay.
But dudes will have any conceivable fetish under the sun. I'm sure there are dudes... And like...
They just want to fuck a raw belly button with no hair on it. You know?
Yeah, with a little bald head, glasses and stuff, right? You know, holding a lightsaber or like in the pool, but...
Like a George Costanza fetish.
So this might be, a bit un-PC, but that sort of stuff, it seems like the kind of disgusting rawness of male sexuality without the inhibiting factor of the women.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty wild. So best of luck to you. Wear a condom. Travada won't protect you from everything. So that's our message to our LGBT listeners. Fuck.
It is the safest way to go. So
what? AIDS.
Truvada.
Oh, I thought you meant to go. Like the safest way to die is to get HIV and shit. Okay.
Go the Truvada.
Well, you
bag or don't bag it. It's up to you. But you could get spotty.
Yeah. Well, you've told me about something to do with some HIV cure or something, right? I believe.
What was it?
Charlie Sheen's doctor, I believe, had something.
Well, it's apparently some Australian doctor who injected himself with Charlie Sheen's HIV positive blood.
What? Really?
Claims he has an AIDS cure. So it's a bit weird.
So he injected himself with Charlie Sheen's blood. Why would
it says he claims, and this guy looks like a bit of a fucking fruitcake, so...
Yeah.
So yes, there is an article up here that says this shit, but let's have a look.
Why did he inject himself with fucking Charlie Sheen's blood? I don't... It's fucking gross. And he's on Bill Maher's show, and I don't trust anything Bill Maher says.
Like, so he reckons a gay... This is the most cracked part. He claims his rehabilitative serum was extracted from the CAEV virus, which he says is present in goat's milk.
Okay, yeah.
The milk of arthritic goats.
Yeah, you gotta love that shit.
So that seems to imply that he injected himself with Charlie Sheen's blood to get AIDS. So who's trusting this motherfucker in the first place? Like,
yeah. It's a good point.
Like, no, you're a committed doctor.
Well, doctors are all crazy. There was that other doctor in the pre-show that wanted to switch the guy's head, do the first head transplant. But I'll have to check up on that and tell you next week how that's going.
I hope it went well. Yeah,
it hasn't happened yet, unfortunately. But
I wonder if that guy's just still screaming now, like right now, like he's in that new body, but he's I guess you'd learn to deal with it after like 12 hours.
Yeah, I reckon you would pretty easy. Humans like pick up, like, you know, when you give even idiots, you give them apps, and there's certain ways that your brain or kind of hands work, and you pick things up easy. I reckon.
Totally.
But there's still, you know, kidneys get rejected and shit. Like,
some people get phantom pain and shit.
Like, I was gonna say, what is it like if the body rejects the brain? But there's no real reason why it should necessarily. What is a body rejecting the brain? Like,
as long as the blood's compatible and the brain can use it, it should be alright.
But then argue that other person, I guess. Or what? I guess that's a tricky category.
You're just still everybody. No one.
Everyone and no one. Yeah. That is the problem with life. Passes you by so fast.
Yeah.
Too fast. I'll tell you what, too fast to purposely inject yourself with Charlie Sheen's fucking AIDS blood. Or go wingsuiting, probably. But, you know, both of those are pretty cool. One cooler than the other. But, yeah.
I wonder if you could do both at the same time.
Wingsuiting while injecting yourself with Charlie Sheen's blood. Yeah, that would work.
I reckon that guy off fucking Nitro Circus would do it. Travis Pastrana. Yeah, he'd do that shit.
Oh, really?
Haven't you seen him? He did the Point Break thing for real.
Yeah?
He was in a fucking aeroplane. Like, he's done plenty of crazy shit. Probably some that you could go is crazier than this. But he's in the aeroplane. They've done skydiving a bunch of times or whatever. But he's wearing board shorts and a fucking harness with a D-clip on it.
Yeah.
And no shirt. Skulls a Red Bull. And jumps out of the aeroplane.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like, no parachute.
That's crazy.
And then his mates jump out and shit, and then like they link up, and he attaches to the D-clip, so it's a bit safer than just hugging kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like you actually attach.
Yeah.
And then parachuted down with this mate.
That's pretty cool.
It's actually jumped out in no parachute. Like, oh fuck, this guy's out of his mind.
Yeah.
It's like something that you would like practice and you'd feel comfortable. The other thing that freaked me out in that Point Break vein was that Swayze did his own skydiving stunts as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fucking a maniac.
I know, he was pretty committed. I hear that for Ghost, he actually got killed in a mugging accident.
And then Steven Seagal brought him back to life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, you right, Patrick?
Yeah. Is that a cigar voice? That's pretty. It's hard to do a cigar voice. I'm going to take you to the bank. The blood bank.
Gino. I'm looking for Ritchie.
Oh, fucking where's Ritchie? Just here's a movie recommendation.
Where's Ritchie is the best fucking cigar.
Yeah, the best cigar. Just a movie recommendation. I believe its so-called name is Out for Justice, but it's
I think that's
cigar
the American name, yeah.
Yeah, but it's basically Where's Ritchie? He goes and asks where Ritchie is at each place and then proceeds to beat the shit out of everyone, regardless of whether they tell him or not. And he just keeps asking for Ritchie. And
William Forsythe plays a fucking insane motherfucker. It's cool. If you can't handle like lower production 80s stuff now, then it's not for you, but... If you want to see some guy do some out-of-the-blue insano shit, it's a pretty cool character.
I remember a long-running argument between our friends G-Fuck and Big Dog about... G-Fuck insisted he was a big fan of action movies, some of which Big Dog might have felt were below him sort of a little bit. So G-Fuck's idea was that an action movie, he likes them, but he hates it whenever there's a setback at all. Like whenever the hero gets set back, so it should just be a straight-up graph from like, you know, something happens at
So
the
he
beginning.
loved Crank then, yeah?
Yeah, so maybe Crank, but you know, Big Dog, who likes to have a look at film, I remember trying to like talk to him about some ideas regarding pacing and everything, and G-Fuck was just insistent about, no, it's just called No Setback, basically. The movie or model of movie, it's called No Setback, and Where's Ritchie is quite a lot like that. He just basically gets answered through kicking people, so great movie.
I'm gonna take off my badge. I'm gonna put down.
Fuck. Final cigar.
I wish I'd seen it more recently so I could do some proper lines. And not just do a bullshit cigar voice. My favourite shit, sorry, spoiler, I wasn't going to say it, but is when he fucking Ritchie stops his car. Oh, it's not even Ritchie, is it? He's looking for Ritchie, but Ritchie got killed by Willem Dafoe. Oh, fucking William Forsythe or whatever, didn't it?
No, I don't know. I forget who Ritchie was.
Maybe Ritchie is William Forsythe. I don't know. But he stops,
isn't Ritchie the bad guy?
He stops his car in fucking traffic to smoke crack. Like, just stops it in traffic.
Yeah.
Gets a fucking crack pipe out of the glove box or some shit, and then just starts smoking crack, and people start honking their horns and shit. Yeah. And he's like having sort of half conversation with his gangsters and shit in the car,
smoking
or
crack.
Goons or mobsters or whatever
henchmen
faggy names back then in these fucking 87 movies or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And gets out of the car like fully calm with his gun, walks over to this like nice sort of almost young, like maybe middle-aged lady in her car, sort of honking him like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And just like out of nowhere, just like blows her fucking brains out.
Yeah. They don't make him like that anymore. That is the iconic image of Where's Ritchie.
Like, this character needs to die. Some of the setups in those old movies are just the best.
I believe Big Dog told me that particular thing is called kicking the dog in filmmaking parlance. It's where they do something before the final showdown to remind you that the bad guy is bad. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense, because you kind of got to...
Because, you start feeling bad for this drug addict,
he's like,
scumbag going around who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, like, your life is a mess, but then he just does something really sort of unforgivable. Speaking of movies...
So, Up for Justice. Just ruined it for you, but watch it anyway.
I saw a movie recently, Jobs, about Steve Jobs.
Any good?
The pacing, I like biopics. I'm a soft spot for them, so I liked it in that level. It had weird pacing and like weird timing of the Apple story, and ultimately was a bit. But Ashton Kutcher did a good job as Steve Jobs. I quite enjoyed watching it. I thought he was quite an enjoyable character. So watch that if you want to check out. If you like biopics,
I could probably stand it, like because I've probably watched about 4, maybe 5 video game documentaries in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
One was like with Tony Hawk fucking hosting it from about 2004. So that was funny when it got to the end of it, like catching up from all these old... Because I was trying to like go through all the old shit from the 60s and 70s and all this stuff quite a lot. And then it would get up to recent. And then the Tony one, I think it was called Revolution of Gaming or something, got up to recent. And they're like, yeah, and games are going to be on mobile phones and shit now. And they're like showing it. It's like 2004 and there's not even smartphones yet and shit. And they're like these shitty games on Blackberries and stuff. And I'm like, like even since then, it's just so much further. There's another couple of other cool ones on like arcade games, but I'm sort of specifically into that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not sure, maybe a couple of other ones just about computers and like Apple and Atari and how all the microchips and all that sort of scene started and...
Yeah.
It was weird, like Atari had like a bunch of dudes that like stopped there, and because all of the software companies like weren't really regulated as much back then, they get heaps of crappy software.
Yeah.
The guys at Activision noticed that earlier when they were working for Atari.
Yeah.
They were working for Atari and then they separated and made their own software company, Activision.
Yeah.
And like
Steve Jobs worked for Atari too in the movie.
Yeah.
He's working there and stuff and leaves. And...
He actually went there, or I'm sure you know this from that and shit, went there and then Wozniak wasn't an employee. He just hung around with Steve Jobs and shit and they made Breakout and all that stuff. So that was kind of, like all that sort of history interests me, so I'm sure I could easily do it with watching
watch it, but it finishes at a weird spot. Like it finishes at the very beginning, it's like a flash forward and it's like, him introducing the iPad, but then I won't tell you how it finishes. You just go watch it. It's quite entertaining. But that smartphone thing's crazy. However, I mean, I guess a lot of people play games on their phones. I don't really fucking particularly like doing it, but
there is a definite market for it now.
They are addictive little motherfuckers. It has sort of changed quite a lot of social behaviour, I think.
Yeah, it'll eventually change the workforce as well.
Yeah. Totally.
I can't. Well, not that it's going to be me doing the jobs anymore, but it would have been cool to be the guy playing Time Crisis or Street Fighter, and you're actually doing a plumbing job somewhere by doing fucking cool super moves and shit.
Oh, so you're saying that they make kind of drudgery jobs interesting by doing it? Yeah, okay.
By making it a video game.
So road workers, and you're like playing GTA to fix the roads. Sort of thing?
It can easily get to that.
Yeah, I suppose so, but
You make the machine respond to the commands you're like giving it all that.
But if it's that level, then why even have humans there at all? Couldn't the robots just kind of do the little menial jobs?
I'm trying to keep the humans alive here.
I know, but I think
Oh my god, dude.
I just can't. The Bilderberg's right. We're going to have to get rid of at least 80% of us for us to have any chance at this. I think so. That's why I've joined the Illuminati.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, sweet. I'm going around. Just sort of sneaking birth control pills to women and shit, and killing some.
That's dark. That's dark web shit.
Dark web Illuminati triad shit. Mason shit, reptilian shit.
Well, I better watch out for the Gary Webb double tap.
The Gary Webb double tap. I read an article.
Double tap suicide.
I read actually an article today by a foreign policy magazine, and like the article's not particularly relevant, but the author's name was Gary Sick. That's a pretty cool name there.
Gary Sick.
Gary Sick. Gary Sick. Man, sorry, you still got on the screen the guy that injected Charlie Sheen's blood, and he does look like a fucking piece of shit. What's his name?
Dr. Samir Chachua.
I don't like it. I don't like where this is going.
Mexico-based.
Is he Mexico?
But that makes him seem more trustworthy because Charlie Sheen's probably hangs around in Mexico quite a lot.
Yeah, in Tijuana and shit. Fuck, I don't know. Is Charlie Sheen still alive then, is he? He hasn't died yet?
Not unless that cloning shit that we were talking about before is actually a secret you told me after you joined the Illuminati.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows it's been going on. Gene editing and splicing.
Robo-Hillary.
But is she robotic or more just like a cybernetic organism sort of thing? She does look quite a bit like
I think during his presidency, Bill couldn't handle the fights after the Lewinsky fallout and actually just swapped it out for a microchip.
Yeah. She's actually buried underneath the rose garden.
That's why she's so stoked after it as well. Like, yeah, I don't even care.
And he's just controlling it with a little... Fuck. He's got that... That's the technology he's using to control Hillary that we're going to have for fucking doing plumbing with time crisis and shit. He's probably got like porn sites that he looks at, and when he tugs his dick, it controls Hillary.
Like those software programs for our jobs will be so good that even when you're failing and dying in GTA, you're doing something productive.
Yeah. I don't know. But, we say this...
It's like watches that run off kinetic energy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're masturbating or hitting a nail into a piece of wood, it's still going to charge the watch.
If this is the future we're going for, like, great. It's sort of like, you don't have to work as much, but it sort of seems like the collapse of all meaning and purpose as well, too, in a way. Like, I'm going to work, and you're just playing Time Crisis, like...
Well, yeah, Evangelion seems like the most beautiful way that anyone predicted it.
Yeah? How's that? We get destroyed by angels and shit, or what?
No, we sort of like discover the subtext of it, like discover the meaning of existence and then try and transcend our spiritual existence into a higher realm.
Yeah. So
that we can exist longer for eons kind of thing.
Yeah.
And be closer to the state of a god instead of a human. Still not reaching one, but it seems like that was where they were going with Evangelion.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler. But that's fucking an old show as well, so if you haven't seen it, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I guess so. It's just about, like, Stevie Wonder keep on searching for higher ground, sort of. But ultimately, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that Sile, or whatever it was called, the seal, those big fucking blocks in Evangelion that are all talking to each other.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're all dead wise men that had their consciousnesses put into the computer.
Yeah, something like that.
So, like, there's fucking hectic shit going on in Evangelion.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's the way that it's going, and they want to try and put us all into this next machine that's going to be humanity as a whole that tries to live for such a way more epic time. Like, it's sort of like in Ray Kurzweil's shit, like the guy that did Transcendent Man.
But when you say us, well, the vast majority of the people aren't really needed, aren't they?
Yeah,
why put them in the Matrix?
We're going to either be wiped out or sucked into this thing. It would be nice to think that it was like Evangelion and everyone gets melted down and communally we become humanity as one, rather than having like everyone in Hollywood gets to do it and kill the rest of them. Like, we only want the pretty dumb ones. Yeah. It's more beautiful in this Japanese way of thinking where it's like all of it comes together and then you become the superorganism, but because there is no duality anymore, there is, like, it's like
I reckon
there's a certain absence of the love of being human, like like how you can hate as well.
Yeah.
The absence of either or, and it being a oneness thing, it just sort of gives you no perspective.
Yeah, but that duality is what makes us human, isn't it?
That's why God can't know himself, bro.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You wonder why I'm so lost? So that was pretty cocky, but that's how you should be thinking at home. I shouldn't have to do it for you.
Yeah, if you're some fucking loser cunt with self-esteem at home, just think of yourself like a fucking god.
Yeah, think like Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like Conor McGregor this
like,
fucking Sunday.
Like Donald Trump. You're the man. Well, yeah, I think they're teaching us all a fine example of masculinity.
Well, good theme for tonight.
Yeah.
Give the viewers a bit of godhead.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking stop moping around. Pick your shoulders up, pull up, fucking fix up that tie.
Be a one-punch hero like that guy last week.
Yep. Wipe that dirt off your face and fucking punch some stranger in the head.
If that song became like a full-on syndicated hit, I'll probably turn it into a cartoon in Mexico as well, and the main character would be called Juan Panchero. Juan, you know?
Yeah, I got it. It's pretty good. Oh, fuck, that's wild.
Speaking on that godhead shit,
mm-hmm.
I have quite a lot of thoughts of an asshole, as our viewers probably already know.
You're thinking of assholes.
I was thinking about that famous picture, like Michelangelo, is it? The god touching David's finger?
Yep.
And, the new version with all that kind of thinking would be like touching the finger of God, but it's just like a mirror, like you touching your own finger. But it doesn't have to be me, it could be you as well, you know what I mean? But for me, it was me.
Yeah. For me, it was me. For you, it might be you. So try it out. I don't know. Fucking. The only thing I'm uncomfortable about is that this shit in like 17th century Florence, you'd be getting like burnt to death for this.
Dude, I'd
shit.
be dead. Yeah, 20 times.
Yeah, or 2016 Arabia as well too. You'd be dead for that.
I would have been hung, drawn, and decimated.
Maybe they got a point. Maybe it's hubris. It's leading us to ruin if we as humans start to consider ourselves to be our own gods. I mean, you just knocked your headphones off your head and onto your face. Like, no offense, but
it was quite godlike.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked a little bit gimpy. Sorry to call you out, but to prove my point, you're still trying to fix them. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, God's meant to be perfect and unknowable. I think humans require something higher above themselves, some sense of the divine and the unknowable and unreachable and omnipotent that we can't quite reach.
That shit was only because I don't get a day off. God's a fucking pussy. So, people should watch Conor McGregor more. It'll make you feel better about yourself. Just watch him shit talk a few people before his fights and stuff. Watch a press conference beforehand. This one with Nate Diaz has been quite good as well because he doesn't take any shit, but I like both of them, but McGregor's on this like sort of higher plane of intelligence and Nate Diaz is on that schoolyard, I'm going to punch you in the face, motherfucker, just like doesn't want to really try and mangle words, but still.
Sure. Which one's Nate Diaz?
Younger brother of Nick Diaz,
okay.
That guy that was in all the stuff a year ago or whatever when he tested positive for weed and
that's
banned for 5 years and over 5.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind reduced a bit.
I wouldn't mind watching that. You know what they say I heard this about Trump, but it goes for Conor McGregor as well. Nothing succeeds like success. That's a good one to remember. But
he says shit like something about like losers study him and winners study. Oh, I don't fuck. Look up his shit.
That was pretty charismatic.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Straight from God's mouth to yours.
Speaking in tongues and shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking we have less crashes and more carjackings now.
Yeah.
Like it's a
real well-known thing, I know, yeah.
Because more people are learning to drive from Grand Theft Auto instead of arcade games like Daytona and Sega Rally. That's the actual connection.
Yeah. Alright, that makes sense. Whereas Daytona, because of the speed and everything.
Yeah, and like the crashes were inconsequential. You just bounce off other cars and walls and shit and you're like, yeah!
And you'd be like 15 at the time zone next to the movie, drinking fucking like yeah, booze and playing Daytona.
Yeah.
Learning to drunk drive, sort of. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And now the kids are just like, trying to keep their ride they had to pay all this GTA money for and get all souped up and shit. They don't want to bang it up on the way to the garage and shit, so they drive it kind of nice.
Yeah.
But they don't really care about fucking people up.
I know, it's weird. Fucking learning to drive from GTA, learning to fuck from Rick Ross and stuff like. No wonder today's generation are going to be so screwed.
Ugh. Yeah, I wonder what they were fucking like before, like, the Kama Sutra existed.
Who?
It must have been pretty boring.
Who's they?
Humans.
Oh, humans. They were just chilling until someone was like...
The first person to go to India and shit. Like, it stinks over here, but what the fuck are these people doing? This is fucking cool.
Wait, when you say the first person to go to India, are you implying that there were no people in India before?
The first people of another race or country or something to go over and observe their fucking cool sexual habits that they do on top of cow pats and shit or whatever. But, and then adapt them to a bed or whatever.
Did they even have beds back then?
Probably not.
I don't know if they... Well, I don't want to say that this story is related.
Probably a raised mud step or something.
I don't want to say that this story is necessarily related, okay? So I was going to bring this up anyway, so I don't want anyone to interpret anything bad from it, right? But this is... okay. A Perth woman was left shocked and disgusted after she stumbled upon a taxi driver taking a dump on a park verge in Leederville on Tuesday. According to the Perth Voice, the woman was walking a dog when she spied a Swans taxi cabbie squatting down on a patch of grass near the tennis club around 9:50 a.m, despite a public toilet being only a stone's throw away. She said the cabbie even bought his own toilet paper. Quote, he's squatting down, and then I saw him wiping his bottom, and I went, he's taking a dump right on the side of the road. This is what journalism's come to these days. You want to see the mess this guy left behind. It was so daring of him to do that when there were toilets so close by. So yeah, that's you go. That's the whole story, and then it goes on. So that's what journalism's sort of come to, but it's also what we've come to as a society.
Yeah, just poo-pooing the poo-poo.
Just shitting by the side of the road. That's our natural state, really, though, isn't it? I don't want to do that. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, China had it right all along.
What was that, where you just use your poo to grow rice?
Just pop the squat wherever it may need to be.
I think India's more down with that than China. I think they've got a lot more plumbing in China these days. They still squat around quite a bit.
Yeah. China's bringing it to the city, but...
Yeah, they're respecting their traditions, I think. In India, there's often like a headlong rush towards progress, but Indians...
Or a sacred river to do it in or something.
Yeah.
And then swim in and get good luck from.
So many good luck. Next to the burnt corpse of your aunt and shit. That
probably is good luck.
Yeah, it probably is. Well, the whole idea is that... I mean, it's sort of pointless saying, oh, that's gross, because sort of the whole point of it is that it's gross. It's like humanity's sort of
we get our
messiness
fucking
and dirtiness.
Immune defense from our mother's bacteria and shit.
Yeah, my mother didn't swim in the Ganges, though.
Yeah, but we might get superpowers from that shit. Like, where do you reckon they learned yoga fire and all that kind of shit?
Or how they invented the nuclear bomb by themselves.
Wasn't that Gandhi?
Do you know Gandhi used to drink his own piss? And also, I think the piss of little girls. I know this sounds bad straight up, but two things that people don't know about Gandhi. He used to drink the piss, often sometimes with some young girls, and he wrote a really admiring letter to Adolf Hitler, asking for kind of assistance in his struggle against the British, because they had a common enemy. So there you go. There's Gandhi.
Yeah, dudes are tweaked.
Yeah, dudes are mistaken. Everyone's got something a bit wrong with them except Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like, even I'm capable of it and shit, like...
And you're God.
You know, like, vaguely lying about not wanting to sniff chairs last week and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was... It sounded weird when I listened back, but I'm like, that didn't ring genuine.
Yeah, of course I want to sniff chairs.
We try and be genuine on this show, if nothing else.
Well, I am now, so...
Yeah.
We like to bring it back around every episode or two, so...
Yeah. Bring it back around and get back to the shit that matters, I think. This is a down-home podcast. It talks about the issues that matter to us.
Like scientists winning the fight to edit genes and experiment on human embryos.
Yeah.
Should lead us to a few new scientific progressions.
Yeah. Like fucking...
But the Christians are going to hate it.
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable I am with all this fucking playing God. Like, I know you're God, but that's just you. That's just you saying it. Like, if you start to prove it, I'll be a bit more sort of intimidated. I'll weigh it up a little bit more.
When you were impressed with me, like, picking fucking Jared Leto before you even brought him up?
Yeah, okay, that was pretty Godhead shit. I don't know how you saw through my phone, fucking Chris Angel style and shit, so... Fuck. Well, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but it's got a picture on the screen.
My friend's done it to me a bunch of times as well, and you're just like...
What, injected you with human...
No, like, seem like they almost get in your head, read your thoughts, or know that something happened to you that day, and then they call you and come around, or like something like that, you know? And it's just like...
So that's sixth
or
sense
he
shit.
would even, like, say something vague before, but he's had a lot of acid, and he's probably, like, closer to God than I have been, so...
Yeah, maybe.
Like, he had so much, I think he's one of the guys that never came down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's... If you can speak that language, he's, like, totally clear-headed. But if you can't, he's insane.
Well, it takes all kinds, right? I guess. All you can say about that.
Well, if you didn't know some relativity shit and you were talking to Einstein...
Yeah. I'd be like, dude, can you shut up? Like, where's Marilyn? I want to speak to her. Like, I get it. Like, dude, did you bring that booze like I fucking told you to and shit? Like,
Einstein would hate getting compared to, like, mental patients and stuff, but...
no, I don't think so. I think he'd acknowledge a little bit of madness.
I think he probably would.
Madness is greatness, but that doesn't necessarily... They overlap in a Venn diagram, but they don't necessarily mean one or the other. You can be mad without being a genius, I think. That's pretty easy to do that.
Some of the people that are just straight mad and never figure it out may also be geniuses. It's just fucked.
Who would you include in that?
Like the guy just that lives his life screaming and masturbating. Like, you can't really say he's wrong.
Well, I suppose not, no.
Like, it's just this pained existence that seems like there's some pleasure in it, but you just don't understand it or grasp it at all. I don't even know if this guy exists.
I think everyone...
I think I just invented a character from, like, that Life in Hell Matt Groening shit.
Isn't it like Bad Boy Bubby sort of thing? Whatever.
No, like, that's in its entire existence.
Yeah, but can't every man relate to what you were just saying sort of thing in a way?
Yeah, because they all want it to last forever.
Yeah. But that's you getting closer to God and fucking Satan pulling you away from him. That's what I'm telling you, man. These computers need to figure out how to defeat Satan. Otherwise, it's just going to keep pulling you down. Like you're fucking being a hot air balloon towing you up in the air, and while like this kind of like roots, like a tree vine comes out of the ground and like swirls around your ankle, pulling you back down to that elemental duality of humanity. But if you can transcend that...
Sacred geometry, yeah. It's
fucking...
so fucked up.
Sacred fractal of Satan's fucking dick in your ear and stuff, you know? It's infinite!
It's so weird how it comes down to that. It's like people were just hiding their understanding of fucking early concepts of mathematics and astronomy in these tweaker stories about fucking religion and shit, trying to tell you good ways to live your life, and hey, we figured this shit out as this culture.
Yeah.
And then it gets misinterpreted to the extent that you got to blow yourself up, stab some cunt, talk to the devil in your own mind.
Yeah, stab some birds in front of your little school kids and shit, like the Catholic priest. But, well, that's humans fucking it up. Motherfucking humans fucking it up. We invent sick shit and then fuck it up. That's just how the fucking thing goes, you know?
Yeah, you make a sandcastle and then you kick the motherfucker down.
Exactly. Because you don't want some other cunt to come along and take credit for it.
I was thinking about... I think I might have brought it up before, but... It was just like, it was almost cutting my soul a bit when I thought about it properly, because someone was talking about stirring it up an ant. Yeah, it was the inventor of the game Populous.
Okay.
It was like, oh, when I was a kid, I would like stir up an ant test and you could see how you can make them go crazy. And then I would put a sweet down and you could see how they'd all like, oh, go to the sweet. And it was sort of like I was influencing them, I could play God.
Yeah, okay.
And then that made me feel so bad.
Yeah.
Because I never fucking threw a sweet down. I just fucking stuck the hose in the fucking bull ant's nest. I think it's because I got bitten a few times, and when you're a kid, it's like just that straight reaction, like the, you know, like that you kick the chair, and then you're like you don't have that animate thing going, and you want to beat the shit out of the chair because it fucking hurt you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think ants had hurt me, so I had no problem being this genocidal Hitler of the ants kind of thing. It was it was intense and crazy to think about, but at the time it was just like I was probably laughing maniacally, you know. Like, in that moment, I was this little fucking dictator psychopath, destroyer of worlds type motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it was just like the most evil nonsense ever. And it wasn't evil at all because it's just how this shit works.
Well, we're so small and we're so big at the same time as well. I figure it's like, when kids get bullied starting school and then they take it out like bullying kind of someone smaller than them. We get bullied by fucking like God's fucking fate and chances and everything.
God's fake plan.
Yeah. All this fucking bullshit. We get bullied by like, oh, the universe is this, that. We bullied like, oh, here's why you have this
sending all these
existential
atheists
crisis
to trick us and shit.
Yeah, and fucking all this suffering and stuff. So it's like, well, fucking if I have to do it, this ant has like bitten my foot. I have the means, right? I don't blame you for that. I think it was understandable. I mean, it's a bit different if you're like fucking cutting off dogs' legs and shit kind of thing.
Yeah, not that far. But I did go under the sink and get Ajax and all these chemicals and shit, mix them up in like a bucket and pour the mixture down the ant hole, just like...
So like Adolf Hitler,
absolutely fucking murder all of you. And then like after I thought it was so like badass and that, I sort of got in a little trouble. They didn't mind too much because I think they didn't like the ant's nest.
Yeah.
But from all the chemicals I use.
Yeah, chemical weapons, right?
I undermined their driveway. Used to be on a grass hill and it was just 2 slabs of concrete.
Yeah, I know the ones. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I killed all of the grass and shit with all those chemicals and stuff so that there was no more roots in the dirt, and I broke their driveway 10 years later because I did that shit, basically.
Well, there you go. This is the other thing I'm coming to realize.
I guess that's karma.
Yeah, there's karma. Everything that, there's no such thing as a free lunch, is what it comes down to.
The ants and all the fucking grass were holding that shit together for the driveway.
I can kill a cockroach, but the cockroach might have laid some eggs there already, It's fucking... Oh, man, I don't know. It's a big, beautiful world, but...
So everyone out there, stop letting God lay cockroaches in your soul. And
yeah, fucking take some responsibility for
your own life. Look in the mirror and see him for yourself.
Everybody go home.
Or her, or in between, as we were speaking about earlier.
If you're her, you can see a guy if you want, but...
Or the absence of all. Like, you could just have your love nub like a future person.
Yeah, I suppose so.
We were talking about scissoring last week.
Yeah.
As male, females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I follow that. Scissoring is... I'm a male, female, excuse me?
I'm just an androgynous human, alright?
I definitely identify as gender fuck.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a mutual term for micro penis and big clitoris, sort of.
What do you reckon? Dickorous? Penis? Yeah, okay, we won't get that today, but...
Right in.
Okay, yeah, we have an email still, I think, apparently. Okay, fuck. Okay, it's conesanddough@gmail.com. Cones with a Z in it. Keep a lookout for our big campaign that's coming soon, and fucking tell someone to listen to this show. If you laughed during it, which you should have, because I certainly did, so I would think that you did too. Tell someone to listen to it.
Because if you didn't laugh, I'm going to get me friend Simo to bash you.
Yeah, and he's God, so he's omnipotent. He knows where you are. Simo, he's going to be directing Simo around there like a fucking couple of mouse clicks. But yeah, it's been fun. You have anything else you want to add?
I think I packed schmacko, and I've been leaving you in the lurch, brother, even though you tried to pass it off to me. So may as well get that on the slammer.
Yeah, may as well get that on the slammer.
Anything else you've been working on lately? I showed you my first little dabble into, I guess, parentheses, video games.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing more of it. I enjoyed it. I think it was good.
It was kind of fun just playing around with some games physics in like something that's already designed to kind of make some simple games, but yeah. I think really all it's doing is giving me this sort of a bit of basics and just going to... I think at some point it's just going to be like, you got to learn code, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing more of it. It was pretty gripping and stuff, and I know there's a few ideas, but you should keep them a bit hidden, I reckon, as well. Yeah.
I might rattle off one of them to you maybe in a sec. I think I got a few video game ideas written down.
Meanwhile, talk amongst yourselves. What's another fun fact? Oh, damn. Oh, Doe's got the fun fact. Yeah.
Well, no, I guess I could end on a bit of backyard psychology for you.
Sure, I love backyard psychology.
I was thinking, if you're homophobic,
yep,
you're scared of being gay.
Well, yeah.
Or you're disgusted that you are gay.
Okay.
Or you're a secret fag putting out disinformation to keep up the creepy ruse. So there's a few options.
So how can one be not homophobic if you're just a normal guy chilling?
It's So keep on chilling. That should be a pretty cool shirt.
So always check yourself for homophobic attitudes, I think, is the moral of this.
Yeah.
When you check your nipples for cancer.
And don't be scared of being a faggot.
This show's brought to you by Travada. That was some good psychology.
For all the raw dogs out there.
Yeah. For all the raw dogs. Well, the world wouldn't go round. So that's about it, I guess, my friend. I think we've covered some good stuff here tonight. I think everybody who listens to this will be going away a little bit wiser.
Yeah, it's been tasty.
A little bit taller, a little bit stronger.
It's been tasty and toasty.
Makes you that much stronger. Thanks for making me a fighter.
All the deities have been
Kind
enough to give me their approval.
Yep. Even Allah.
Hello.
Allah. Did he sign off? He gave you his
I heard he
approval?
got relegated after bad behaviour, but he's coming back. I heard he's coming back. It's a straight numbers game.
Yeah, he's got to play in that B League first.
And they're going to summon him just, by presence of numbers. That's why the Christians can't bring Jesus back. There's not enough Christians.
Yeah. Whereas, meanwhile, the previous ones, they were just watching, what's her name, Willow in Buffy do that Wiccan shit, and they're going to bring her back that way. Just use some candles and stuff.
That's why Obama's so cool. He's secretly Jesus, but no one can accept it because he's black.
But Jesus was a Jew, whereas Obama's a Muslim.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have a birth certificate and shit.
Whoa, that's true. He's like this virgin birth and shit. And it's like, oh, my dad left me. Like,
and he's so smarmy to everyone, even though they always shit talk him all the time.
Yeah.
He's just constantly turning the other cheek and shit.
And he's always like, my dad left me when I was young. And it's like, well, did he, dog? Or
They'll
like,
hang out with whores and shit like Zach Galifianakis.
So praise be to Obama, I think. Praise be to Allah, to Jah, to God, to Buddha, to fucking Krishna, to Xenu.
Boop, boop, boop!
Boop, boop, boop. It's the Conez and Do show. We've got a track here, do we?
The God of Equality.
We've got a track here from the God of Equality.
I'm not sure if we got a track here right this week, here on Radio Bam.
Yeah.
You gotta talk out the side of your mouth to make it seem legit, though.
This is Pam Margera.
What do we have this week?
Oh, that's pretty smug and dirty.
I might have to beat the shit out of Phil.
Okay.
Oh my god, Bam, you're such an ass! Such an ass.
Fuck. Speaking of that obnoxious sort of attitude, I watched a little bit of Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion the other day. It's pretty funny, like, them trying to be so classy and then standing up and just throw, you're garbage, you pig, you're a pig, you're a whore. Like, they go straight into it so quickly. My girlfriend after a while was like, can we turn this off? Like, while I was into the second episode wanting to watch it, but I'm a bit of a cunt like that.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up, because I was watching something equally despicable but in its own different kind of way.
Yeah.
I noticed that there's a Netflix show that came out pretty recently called Fuller House.
Yeah. Did you watch any of that? Do you actually go and watch it?
It sucks like just as bad as the first one,
Yeah.
but like the nostalgia value, I just ended up watching it and sort of laughing at a few bits and knowing after each episode what horse shit it was, but
Yeah, those shows
I
will
don't
trick
know,
you.
like it just fucks you up, yeah.
Those shows will trick you.
Yeah.
I watched the first 4 episodes of the Netflix Scream TV series adaptation before I was like, hang on, this is fucking retarded. This is so dumb.
Oh, it was horrible, but it was so horrible, it's like a nod to how horrible it was the first time.
Yeah.
So it's almost enjoyable because I did watch it as a kid, like I'm not gonna lie, you know? So like that memory of watching that shit all the time and then seeing these bitches growing up. And I think the main thing is, sorry, I'm a fucking dirtbag, but I remember being, when I was younger, I was like young enough to be one, like at the same sort of ages as some of the kids on the show.
Yeah.
So it's not as creepy as it sounds.
Okay, alright.
I used to always think Jodie Sweetin was the hottest chick or whatever on the show, like the middle-aged one, the light blonde hair one, not
Sure.
DJ, the old one, not the baby twins, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
And oh damn, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she paid for some massive cans, but
Yeah.
her money went pretty well, and
I probably had a bit of a crush on Alex Mack or whatever, but while
she's smoking now though. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's just that if it's just that it's grown up Jodie Sweetin or Stephanie, you know, like...
While we're on Dirty Confessions... Fair enough, but...
So I just watch it for Hot Stephanie, probably.
While we're on Dirty...
And the nostalgia.
While we're on Dirty Confessions, I watched Fast and the Furious 7 again for the second time in Japan.
Is that the one where Paul Walker...
Yeah, Paul Walker's dead, and at the end they play that See You Again song, and they have him like... Have you seen it? They have him on the road.
They do it pretty good, yeah.
I'd had a few beers.
And got his like brother in one of the beach scenes and shit, and made it all sad.
I was watching this in Japan. You can smoke in your room, so I was sitting in my underwear smoking kind of thing, drinking beers and watching this, and at that end bit where they looked at each other and went away, like I actually teared up and like 100% like cried a little tear or two. First time in years.
That's legit. That shit happens to me.
Even though it's just because
it makes you more of a man that you can admit it.
Yeah. That franchise, they've just built up so many great memories.
My favourite thing about Fast and the Furious is probably that American Dad episode. Where they say that they filmed Fast and the Furious movies by doing the whole movie with all these massively hardcore gay sex scenes in it between like the main characters and shit, and then that's how they get such great sexual tension in the movie, and they just cut all the gay sex out of it for the American audience, and they leave it in for the French people.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, that shit was fucking epic.
Well, I guess to finish off, I can do this was sort of a quote from in Japan when I was waiting in the lift. My girlfriend and some snowboarder girl came down. And was some Aussie snowboarder girl with another one, and like got up.
Can't escape him.
Yeah, got up, and then one of them's like, let's go, and the other one's like, player haters to the back, and goes down and instantly trips over her head and kind of falling right over after yelling player haters to the back. So it became a bit of a kind of a big kind of slogan and shit, you know. It was pretty cool, being so smug and then fucking just stacking the shit out of it on like a tiny little slope, like just falling ass over head. It was pretty badass. So all the fucking haters to the back. Haters of the Conez and Do Show, we don't want to hear from you, but if you enjoy listening to the show, please listen more. Drop us a line, tell someone it's good. Believe yourself to be a god, act morally. Vote Trump.
And I think we got another one from our mystery rap artist that seems to only get his fucking songs played on this show.
No, I think I heard him on satellite radio once or twice.
In Australia, we seem to be pretty exclusive. I know he's banging the shit out in fucking LA.
Oh, yeah, fucking Kendrick Lamar,
They still roll ghetto blasters in some of the hoods over there, so you know it's in the streets.
Yeah, you know it's in the streets. So, so here's a song to finish things off.
It's called The Struggle by BlackMack. He's back again.
Cool, I always like to hear a bit of BlackMack.
Yeah, hopefully the viewers or
listeners.
You might have been watching my picture on YouTube, though. As you're listening, but if you enjoyed Robocock, you should like The Struggle.
See you though.
Later, Cones.
Yeah. These niggas don't know what pain is, man. I be like fishing 3 times a day, man. Stay alive. I'm on the grind, man. You know. Bake that shit, hook that shit, cook that shit. Fuck living to fish, nigga. I fish to live. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. He caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Because of all that, I had to go missing. I had no money, so I got to fish. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. He caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Because of all that, I had to go missing. I had no money, so I got to fish. People wanna tell me about their troubles and shit. A real struggle, motherfuckers fishing for fish. I had to fish for fish from the age of 6. Motherfuckers wanna tell me their life's a bitch's life. Starving for weeks, I never went to school. Look out your window, nigga, I'm fishing in your pool, motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's right, man. I got to fish. I got to fish anywhere, man, everywhere. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. Caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Because of all that, I had to go missing. I had no money, so I got to fish. You know that to live, you have to fish when you fish. Motherfuckers think that you rich cause you flossing. I got the snapper and the salmon. Motherfucker catching shit like I'm just grabbing it, snapping it, stabbing it, grabbing it. Yeah, gut that shit and take it down like you don't care. You don't care. I've been on the fish for so long, I'm like a dope head. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. Caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Because of all that, I had to go missing. I had no money, so I got to fish. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. Caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. I fished to live. I had no money, so I got to fish. I had no money, so I got to fish. I had no money, so I got to fish. Pumping crack be easy, pumping fish be a bitch. I had no money, so I got to fish. I got no honeys, now I got no bitch. But as long as I'm fishing, I'll keep a hand in my dick. Cause I'm selling the fish on the street to live. Pumping crack be easy, but pumping fish be a bitch. Cause I'm selling the fish on the street to live. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. He caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Because of all that, I had to go missing. I had no money, so I got to fish. Ever since I was young, my daddy taught me fishing. He caught more than me, so I shot the bitch. Nigga.